Hi, everybody. This is Adult Talk with Grandma. Usually I'm on TikTok. Now I'm Adult Talk with Grandma, sometimes on YouTube. Okay, we'll see how it goes. Uh, Not sure which one to do. Anyway, so I've made a lot of friends, and usually it's about sex or funny stuff, or back in my whole days. This has nothing to do with that. This is just a story, a quick story I'd like for you to hear that's heavy on my heart, and I need to share it. Okay? Everybody thinks that they have the best mom in the world. Let me share my story real quick. Our mom was just a tiny, pretty little blonde headed, blue eyed thing, just a bundle of joy. And when we were younger, we lived in this little mining town. We had literally a national forest behind us. Mom led us to believe that was our backyard. Mom taught us to swim, to kayak, we inner tubed in the river. We picnicked constantly. We hiked. Then she taught us roller skating. She taught us the love of laughter, the love of sunshine, the love of fun. Mom taught us empathy, compassion, life. Mom taught us life. Okay, and even our friends, we wish our mom was, like your mom. I want your mom. Let's go to your house. And we always just grew up like that. Lucky as can be, not even realizing it. And as we got a little older, funny things would happen. Like one time, my sister and mom and I were in a real fancy department store, and there was this big giant mirrored wall. And on the wall were lotions and perfumes, and we were trying them all. Well, mom put her hand out to try this lotion, and a big squirt came out, and we didn't see where it went. She said, "Where'd it go?" We're looking around. There's a big glob of lotion right on her crotch. All three of us were laughing so hard. And mom said, "Get it off." I said, "I'm not touching it." My sister said, "I'm not getting it off." So mom, we find a Kleenex, and mom's wiping it off, and we're all laughing so hard we almost peed ourselves. Things like this all the time with mom. And then things too, like, life goes on, and they moved away. They moved out of town, next state over, and we would go back and forth and visit. And they were at my house one time, and I kept this old Christmas cookie tin under my bed. And daily, when I would make tips, I'd go put them in that tin to save my rent. A couple days after they left, I went to put some tips in my Christmas tin, and there was the rent already in there. So I called mom. She's like, I don't know how that got in there. That was mom. Well, then years go by, and we go back and forth visiting, and mom even took us. They live not far from the ocean, the beach. So she took us parasailing and jet skiing, and sunbathing was our thing. That's probably why my face looks like that. Anyway, the love of the sun. Mom was a sheller. She loved the beach. She found the most beautiful shells. She would find messages in the bottle. There's even newspaper articles about her finding cool things on the beach, because she was the first one out there in the morning. And so time went on, and then mom became ill, and she was diagnosed with Parkinson's. She didn't get the shakes like some of them do real bad, but she had a lot of inward pain, more than I think we realized. And as the years went on, it just gradually got worse. She got bedridden, and my sister, bless her heart, took care of her morning, noon, and night. And my sister still worked all the time, still does. She's a beautiful soul. And as mom became worse, sometimes periodically nurses would come to the house to help bathe her, and with medications and bedding and things like this. Well, one time there was a real nice man that would come, and mom would say, "Oh, get my eyeliner. Give me some of my eyeliner, just a little bit." And she'd say, "He's just so handsome, and why don't you girls ask him if he's married?" We're like, "Mom, leave that poor man alone." you know. Well, he came one day and got her out of bed, which is a big task because she was in a lot of pain a lot of times, and she would be dizzy, and so it was even hard to get her in her wheelchair. But he would get her up, get her in her wheelchair. He said, we got to keep her moving. We got her outside on the front porch. So him and mom and I are all sitting out there on the front porch one day, and he said, Shirley, what are you thinking? We're sitting out here in your beautiful yard on a beautiful day, smelling the sea breeze, in front of your beautiful home, sun shining. What's going through your mind? What are you thinking? And she thought, and she looked at us and she said, I'm just sitting here wondering how quick I can get back in my bed. So, so we're all laughing again, She kept us laughing. And then one day my sister and I were trying to change her sheets. And when somebody's, bedridden, it's hard. So we're kind of tussling her back and forth. And you lose your patience. You get frustrated. You don't mean to take it out on them. Sometimes you do, not on purpose. And so this is going on. And then we finally get it done, get the top sheet over on top of her. And it flies up and covers her face. And I pulled it down real quick, and her eyes are this big, and she started laughing. She goes, not yet, jeez. So there we are, all three laughing again so hard. We almost peed ourselves. And, as all this is going on, she started getting weaker. She wasn't eating, she wasn't drinking. I had came back home, and they said, you know what, you better come back. She's in a lot of pain and stuff. So I came back, and those last few days, she whispered to me one day. She goes, honey, can you get me some chocolate milk? So I just got a little bit, and that was the last thing she had, was 3 tablespoons of chocolate milk. And sometimes I can't even hardly look at the chocolate milk. And do you know the last thing that was on Mom's mind? The last things she talked about, besides the chocolate milk, the only one thing she was worried about, not am I going to go to heaven, not is it going to hurt, because she knew she was dying. She knew it was coming. We knew. And the one thing she was worried about, the one thing that was on her mind, was us. She said, take care of each other, help each other. Is your sister okay? Watch your sister, because they were close. They were close as a mother and daughter could be. And she kept saying, is she okay? And my stepdad, thank God for him, she kept telling him, take care of the girls. My brother, she said, take care of him. Keep an eye on him. Help each other, lean on each other. That's all she was worried about. Not a selfish bone in her body, ever. And, thank goodness, I have my nephews. We lost my dad in 2020. My mom in 2021, my brother in 2023. My sister and I are left. So we have my brother's sons, my nephews, my wonderful nephews, some awesome cousins, my stepdad, my daughter, thank God, my grandsons have my heart, and my sister. And if I didn't have them, all my joy would be gone, because Mom was my joy. I realized Mom was my joy. And when something like that happens, you actually look in the mirror and you can see it in your face. You can see it in your face. And it's devastating. And they say when they died peacefully at home, thank you that Mom got to be home. She was home. But they say they died at home, surrounded by family. It was peaceful, they say. Let me tell you, if you haven't been through it already, there's nothing peaceful about it. And my heart goes out to you because it is rough. But we still have each other. And I just want to thank you all for listening. And that's kind of what I think these things are for sometimes. You feel like you have other people to talk to. You feel like you can share, maybe help somebody. You know, if somebody needs to ask me anything, I'll do my best to get back to you. You know, maybe you're having the same thing going on, or you need to vent, or a shoulder to cry on. You know, we all need each other, especially times like that. And I think I told you already, Mom and Dad had the prettiest blue eyes, and as they got older, they got bluer. They got more vibrant blue. I don't know how to explain it. And the other day at work, this young guy, I'm going to wrap it up. I don't want to bore you. But this guy at work told me, Lisa, you have the prettiest blue eyes. And the next day I was looking in my sun visor in the car, and the sun was shining on my face. I was like, ooh, they're getting real blue. Okay. Yeah, knock on wood. Anyway, thank you so much for letting me share. And I will talk to y'all soon. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.